By the time this video came out, the Planes trailer had already come out and I'd already seen it. And I gotta say, no appeal to me at all. This might be because of the original Cars world, both the first and the sequel, neither of which appealed to me either. To me, it just seemed like they were trying so hard to appeal to one demographic, which was young boys. I don't want to make any gender generalizations, so I'll just leave that at that. But I managed to finally watch it after a few years of delaying it, and again, when I watched it, there was nothing for me. I didn't find it even remotely entertaining. I don't know, the characters weren't that likable. It was just to me, honestly, it was very boring. I only went through it because I thought it was unfair for me to have somewhat of a huge opinion on it without even seeing it, so I kind of forced myself to watch the entire thing, and I felt continuously bored at it. I really wanted to change the channel. It wasn't an appealing story, and wasn't appealing characters. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, maybe, I don't know. And to me, the success of it, while it was very successful, to me it didn't really warrant enough of it to remake part of Disney California to Cars Land. To me, that just seemed wholly unnecessary. And the sequel, which I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen most of it, again, very unappealing, very boring. Just like trying so desperately to be liked at some points, trying to hit every comedy factor, every parody possible. Just swing and a miss, in my opinion. And it was such a strange change from for the genre, I guess. Where in the first movie you have this kind of redemption, jerk becoming nice, realizing the power of small communities kind of thing. Where in the second movie you have this action adventure kind of thing going on, which is just so weird a change. To me, it kind of felt like, well, we know the first one was boring as crap. What can we do to improve? Well, we'll just distract them the entire movie. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those movies or the characters or anything like it. So when I first heard Planes is coming out, yeah, I wasn't terribly excited. And to have Dane Cook on there seemed like such a strange choice. I mean, I know they've hired comedians with, body humor before, but this just seems so out there for some reason. And for me, right now, the way they're marketing it is just not really helping at all, because from this point, May 29th, just putting out on the record when I made this video, we know the weakness of the character is he's afraid of heights. Well, from the trailers so far we've never actually had that happen. He's literally only said, "I'm afraid of heights," and they never touched on again. They show scenes of him flying without fear. He looks pretty confident and natural. So it really isn't establishing much of a character besides that. They're focusing on all the shots of flight and all the funny moments. To me, they weren't that funny. It's your typical, oh, this guy's British, so he's all stuffy and uncaring. Oh, this guy's Italian, so he's very vibrant and accentuating. Barely any grasp on any female characters. Here's a surprise. Who will probably serve in nothing but love interests or distractions. Again, surprise, surprise. So yeah, this really doesn't seem that different. And in fact, there's this green plane which serves like this egotistical, "I'm the best, you can't beat me" kind of character, which kind of seems like the exact same thing from the first Cars movie to defeat all over again. It's like they're doing the same movie but in the air, kind of. I mean, if it has potential to be a good movie, they really need to start showing it now, because for now, it just seems like really, really boring and unappealing. Again, if you really want us to watch this movie, show us more about the character, not the situation. We get it, he wants to fly and race, and that's all cool, but show us how he's afraid of heights. Show us his pride in the country land where he comes from. For now, we're just getting, woo, yay, I'm fast, yay. That can only last for so long if you want to make a good movie. again, it just really seems to be trying so hard to fit that one demographic and ignoring everything else because it worked so well the first time, which is really disappointing. Because I think I thought the idea itself back when Cars was first being announced that it was really creative, taking inanimate objects, giving them life, making this whole world about them. I thought that was incredibly creative, and I thought, well, how is it going to work? Are they going to explore any these details? But instead, we just get joke after joke and kind of bland characters. Eh, like I said, major boredom. I'm kind of hoping if Flames is a good movie that they kind of honestly I can't finish. I'm sorry, I just can't even finish a sentence. I honestly can't imagine this being as good a movie as not as Cars. I know it's not making sense. Like Cars was okay movie, I guess that's kind of standard. But if you're just taking the same dynamics and story arcs and cliches and putting them into the same movie but putting them in like different vehicles and accents, I just can't imagine that going well. Who knows? I might be proven wrong. It might be make $1 million. Who knows? But from where I stand and what I think of it, I just can't see it doing well. I just can't see it being a really enjoyable movie, except for the demographic. And to me, one of the greatest things about Disney isn't appealing to one demographic. It's appealing to boys and girls and adults and everybody. That's their main thing, that they can appeal to the child in us and the adult and everything without just sticking to one standard. That's Disney's strong point. That's why they're so popular and why adults come to Disneyland without kids sometimes. Because it's fun. So when you have movies that appeal to just one and one alone, that's what's sincerely disappointing. I guess we'll all have to see how Planes develops. And I kind of hope this like boys only club just breaks up after a while. Because it's not like the princesses are boys only either, because they have like strong male characters too, often who have to save the princesses in time and time again. So it's not like there's a girls exclusive club, because the boys are kind of hammering their way in there too. I hope that makes sense. So I'll try to wrap things up. Didn't like Cars 2, not looking forward to Planes, and kind of hoping this little genre or a little trio or whatever of inanimate objects coming to life kind of thing comes to a halt because it's not that entertaining. It's not doing it well. It doesn't warrant the attention it's been getting. There you have it. No Planes for me, thanks.